This is an automatic transmission. And that means this has to put that in a Jetta. Pray for my soul. Yes, indeed, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brendan, aka Cliffjumper, and for anybody who's been following along for a while, we've got a couple of 20-year-old Jettas that we try to keep running, and both of them are down. Both of them have been down for a while. One because the automatic transmission gave up the ghost, and despite our best efforts to make it work, it just wasn't happening. The other Jetta is a 5-speed manual, and it wore out its original clutch after 241,000 miles. So it just needs a clutch. We do have a clutch now. We're going to be doing both. And this is one of those projects that might take me a few weeks to get through, because I just can't imagine spending the hours and hours to do all the work at once. The last time I did a front-wheel drive transmission was in one of my Corrados, and I swore I would never do it again. It was miserable doing it on the ground, on jack stands, and without a lift, without all the stuff. And that is exactly what I'm in for now. But you know what? We're gonna do it. So yeah, that's coming down the pipeline. Some other things that we are going to be working on over the summer. I've been given the opportunity to test a lot more items for cars, different scan tools. We finally have one for a Toyota that's got the Toyota factory stuff. So we're going to test that out on our Sequoia. We've got one for a GM randomly because I have so many GM cars. Yeah, fortunately my neighbor's got a GM. Actually, both of my neighbors, both sides, they both have GMs. And one of them has agreed to let me scan their car and test out the scan tool. So I'm gonna do a demo with that scan tool. We also have some more not HID, LED headlight replacement bulbs we're gonna be trying out. I put some in the Sequoia not too long ago. I was pretty happy with those. We put some in the R32. They're okay. They're about as bright as the HIDs that were in before, but that's also the HIDs that were in there before were not that great. So the more I look at other LEDs, the more I think there's probably some better lighting to be had out of those housings that are in the R32. So we'll go ahead and throw some new LEDs in there and try them out. We might even throw some in the Corrado. So yeah. We have more work to do on all the cars, always. The R32 needs a wheel bearing. We're going to get into that, do the rear wheel bearing. I'll show you how we do that. The Corrado, what's going on with the Corrado? Corrado always has a grocery list of stuff that needs to be done. Fortunately, none of it's catastrophic right now. It's just things that I want to do, or annoying broken things. Like the hard wiring kit for my Valentine radar detector broke in the Corrado. So it means I have to replace all the wiring, and that is not the easiest thing to do, to remove 30-year-old body trim pieces without breaking any of them. So that'll be very delicate. We'll get through that. Most importantly, I've been asked to share some family updates. Thank you, everyone who reached out and provided us with support and encouragement through the recent episode we had with my wife needing surgery on both of her eyes. So I'm happy to report that she has had both eye surgeries. Both surgeries went really, really well. She's now amazed at how well she can see, having the lenses in her eyes replaced. And that just horrifies me to say that. That's, ugh. Like, I'm not squeamish, but just, I've had eye surgery myself. And the thought of somebody cutting into my eye, it just yeah, makes my spine twist. So having my wife have both of her eyes cut on, that was a bit terrifying. But thank you to all the people out there in our circles who donated so generously to make sure that the medical cost for those surgeries was completely covered. We shut down the fundraising because we got enough to cover the whole expense for all of that, and we're really appreciative of that. So the surgeries were not part of our coverage. Like, I don't know who decided that eyes and teeth aren't part of healthcare, but whoever that person is, there's a special level of hell there. That's all I'll say. But again, positive things. We're glad that we were able to have the medical access to get the surgeries for my wife. She's doing great. She's recovering. She's seeing well. She's driving. And yeah, so thank you. And her cancer treatment is still ongoing. She is still on a daily chemo treatment for her leukemia. So that sucks, but she's doing pretty well with that. So thank you, those of you who have been asking for an update. How's she doing? You know what? Every day is a gift. And we're very glad for the care that we've been able to get for her, and she's still with us, so that's awesome. Thank you. If you're the praying sort, we definitely appreciate all the prayers you can throw our direction. So yeah, we've got a busy summer ahead of us, and it's early June right now. I've got less than a month to try to get my dad's old Fiat Spider up and running, because we want to have that in the 4th of July parade this year. It's been a couple years since it's been able to make it. I've got a carburetor for it. Hopefully that is what it needs to let it fire to life and be up and running. Yeah, we'll see. So lots of projects to keep us busy. Of course, yeah. We've got the newer Fiat Spider that my son bought, the 2017 Spider Abarth. We'll probably have some more fun projects with that, trying to enable the Mazda-based Apple CarPlay touchscreen thing. Finding that it's hard to find all of the firmware that we need in order to make that upgrade possible, but we'll keep looking, and hopefully that will take place sometime over the course of the summer. Comic-Con is coming, so I'll probably do a report from Comic-Con. I know it's not my normal car enthusiast material, but I've been volunteering at Comic-Con since 1986. So it's kind of like my big nerd family reunion every year. I really enjoy it, and I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. So yeah, anyway, that's all stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting like and sharing. You know, that helps us out a lot at the channel if you actually do that. And you know, if you ever find a video that you've got a question about or comment, I definitely encourage you to leave a comment. I'm fairly responsive to get back to you, unless it's just, you know, something I have no idea about. And I'll be upfront about that too, because I do not know everything. There are many things I know about cars. There are many things I do not. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to say goodbye. We'll be back.